right now because I really appreciate everybody here, my school and my host parents and my family for letting me stay here for a whole year and get to know everything. And I want to thank you for letting me come because it's been a great time.
Great.
So thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Rochelle Kim and my Korean name is Hwak Pyong Kim. Yeah, so I'm from South Korea and then that's our traditional things pretty much and then that's our money stuff. Yeah. That's our country besides China and Japan. So our food is really different with American food. Like American food is like really simple, like only drink, hamburger, French fry. It's all. But our breakfast, lunch, dinner is like rice with all kinds of food. That's why I'm eating a lot in America and I'm getting fat. And then this is our country look like. We have 4 seasons like here, but not the snow like here. And then this is our capital city, Seoul. And then we have like traditional things with modern things together in there. So. Yeah, there's no school, but our school is like really hard for like educational. So like we have to go to high school at 7:50 in the morning, and then our high school done at 10 in night. Even like seniors done at 11 o'clock, and that's why I came here for like our high school have to be like study and study, only study, but I know that America is like more creative and then more artistic, and then I love like art, music, stuff like that. So that's why I came here. And I'm so thanks about you guys accept me, Ohio Canton, and then thanks for all teachers and then sports coaches for made my ear to the best. Yeah. And I'm living with Julie Messenger and Steve Messenger. Yeah, thanks for them too. Yeah, that's all.
Hello everyone, my name is Antonia Vöger. I'm from Austria. And well, so here you see my country. And it is a very small country in the center of Europe. And we have about 8 million people. And our capital is Vienna. And our official language is German. And yeah, here are some more pictures of our country, of my country. So from the school difference, we have basically middle and high school all together in once. So in my school, there the students are aged 10 to 18, and we're all in one building, in one big building. And it's a lot similar to Norway. We have a different schedule every day, different classes every day, but with the same students all together. So the nice thing about that is that you get to know the people you're in class with a lot better here. But what I like here in American schools a lot is that you meet a lot more people, and you also meet a lot more people from other grades, not only your grade. And that's what I like about this school here is that you also can choose a lot more classes. You have a lot more variety of what you can you can a lot more choose what you want to do. And in our school, we basically can't really choose what classes we have, but have to take special classes. And yeah, my life in Austria, I live with, I have a little sister, and we live at the southern end of Vienna. And the weather is basically the same as here, I think. We have lots of snow and in the winter, and it's hot in the summer. And Austrians like to go skiing, what I do usually in the summer, in the winter holidays too. And yeah, and the reason why I came here is because I wanted to experience a different culture. I wanted to see a different part of the world, learn another language, and also we have a lot of American media. Like we listen to American songs, we watch American movies, and I kind of always had the feeling that I know America because I see a lot about it, but it's actually it's a lot more of what you can see in the movies or what you can hear in the songs about. And I think it is very great that I got this chance to come here and experience an American high school year, and I love the American school spirit, and I think my teachers were really great. Like I didn't have any problems at all in school, or whenever I had any kind of problem, they helped me out, and the students, everyone came to me and said, "Oh, it's so great you're here," and I never had the feeling like I was alone or did belong here or anything. And I know I'm always going to belong here somehow. This is kind of my second home, and I'm really sad to go home. Of course, I'm excited to see my family again, but I don't want to leave yet. And yeah, so I want to thank you all that I get the chance to like share something from my culture and my country today. And I want to thank all the teachers in my school and all the students that they welcomed me with open arms, basically. And I also want to thank my host family, Jennifer and Michael Pensarski, that they let me stay at their house and that they shared their culture with me too. And thank you for listening.
And just real quickly, I want to thank you, school board members, for letting the kids come. It's really great for our high school. I know I say that every year, but I think it's the most important thing that we can do for our high school students is to have the young people come from all the different countries that we've been able to bring into our high school. And I want to thank the staff at the high school, Mr. Abbott, and all the teachers, because they've been great. The guidance counselors have been really wonderful, and the students are just wonderful too. They really welcome our exchange students into the fold, and that's really great. So just be really proud that the Kenton High School is very accepting of our exchange students, and I know you've got some more coming in next year, so it's going to be exciting because we have 2 kids from Italy and a young man from South Korea, so that'll be interesting for our kids again. Not that they'll take their places because these girls have been wonderful, but we just want to keep bringing the kids in to expose, and the families that are hosting them enjoy it too. So thank you again.
Yes, thank you.
And now I got to take them. I think we have the sports banquet tonight. So
Very good.
Thank
Yes,
you.
off you go.
Certainly appreciate you ladies being able to join us for this school year, or how long you've been here. And I do agree. I think it's, I hope you've enjoyed your adventure. I hope it's been a good experience for you, but I think you also bring a lot to our community, and especially to the school, and eye-opening for the students. So, and you did a very nice job this evening presenting. So thank you very much.
I have here a small gift for the board members. Something I want to share from my culture is Austrian food. It's a marzipan from the Mozart. I don't know if you know Amadeus Mozart.
Sure.
It's what we were famous for.
Thank you very much. Yes, thank you.
And sausage tort.
Yeah.
Looks like a sugar bowl.
Thank you. Put a bit of time.
Yeah.
Looks like an apple.
I bet it does.
How come Jen got skin?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks once
Thank you,
again.
Tony. All right.
Thank you.
Right, we need to approve the following April 30th, 2014 reports: cash position, check register, receipt ledger, investment report, and the budget versus actual.
Blue.
Second. Any questions or comments? If not, vote.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Now we'll turn to Jennifer to recognize our retirees.
We're trying to get our disc back.
Yeah, let's start here. Back, but we'll see. You'll be all right. Okay. Well, good evening. It gives me a great pleasure every year to be able to recognize our retirees, and this year we have 8 wonderful people who will be greatly missed. Our vision here at Kenton City Schools is inspiring all to inquire, dream, and excel, and these people do that every single day. And this year, I wanted to do something a little different and talk about each one, because now that I've been here a little while, I think I've had an experience with every single one. So first of all, if I could ask Mike Mock to please come up. And he's given us 31 years of service and 35 total years of service here at Kenton City Schools. And the thing that I would like to talk about Coach Mock, at least from my personal experience, is his ability to inspire leadership in students. He's the type of person that never gives up on kids. So anytime that I ever work with him, or I ever go and I ever talk to him, he can inspire you, which is part of our vision, and he inspires me when I go and I work with him. So I can tell you personally that I appreciate everything that you do for us, everything that you've done for our students, and everything that you've done to help me over the past 4 years, and you will truly be missed. So thank you. I don't know if you want to say anything or not. You're more than welcome to. Okay, thank you. Ann Quinn couldn't be here tonight. She has 16 years with the Kenton City Schools and 35 years total experience, but I feel like I need to also speak about the people who couldn't be here because they have put service into our schools. And what I'd like to say about Ann Quinn is she's an administrator who's dedicated to her students. So if you've ever worked with Ann, you know that her students come first, that she's all about her kids, and everything that she does, everything that she puts forth is for her kids. She got some donations to clothe the students at SB, which was an absolute amazing task, and she was able to do that for 2 years. She's just one of those principals that gets it, and the students at SB were truly blessed to have her. And I just wanted to say a few things about her, even though she couldn't be here tonight. So Ann, just want you to know thank you. We appreciate everything that you do for Kenton City Schools. Madge Battles, if you'll come up. Now Madge was one of these ladies that got to retire a little early, and then we got to steal her back. So I like to describe Madge as being one of those flexible people. She was able to do any task that was put in front of her, and I think one of the most fun times that I've had here as a superintendent was being able to go into your intervention class. We got to talk a little bit about scuba, and got to talk about, we tried to do a chat with a scuba diver in Cozumel, because they were working on a book about fish, and that was just so inspiring to see a teacher that could draw resources and to think creatively about how to bring students and making the book come alive. And that was Madge's strength, I think, here, and why we were able to put her in different roles. And so this year she worked for us at SB to finish out the time, and I know she spent some time during summer school and inspiring that reading piece.
And I just can only imagine the number of students that you touched here for and helped learn how to read. We are so grateful and so thankful for that. So I just wanted to say thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. We appreciate you. And I'm offering the mic, so it's free mic night, anyone, just so you know. Carolyn Moyer, I'm not sure she could be here tonight either. She teaches at SB, and what I can say about Carolyn is her smile. So every time at SB that I've been there and I've been able to go in her room, or if I passed her in the hallway, she has a smile on her face and she's always happy. And she's able to work with the kids, and again, just one of those teachers that's truly inspiring. And you know, after she has 29 years here at Kenton City Schools, I don't know that I could find her smile, but she does. And so I just wanted to say to Carolyn, thank you for all your years of service, and we truly appreciate everything that you do for us. The next lady, boy, she inspires me, I tell you. Sue Baroker, if you could please come up. She has 18 years of service with the Kenton City Schools, and that was 18 years total. And I don't think I've ever heard this lady say no, ever, ever. Because with Sue, the kids and the music come first, no matter what situation. I mean, nothing is impossible. When I was a band director, I used to tell my kids impossible is an opinion, and this lady defines that. Because this summer, when she came in and told me she was going to do it all, literally, she was going to do marching band and everything, I was just floored. And she never skipped a beat. She never skips a beat. She is just an amazing woman. And what she accomplishes will just take your breath away. And so I was able to go to Cabaret, and you see those kids on the I don't know, the stage performing, and you just see her smile. I mean, I saw Chloe do the Georgia performance, and I just saw the sparkle in her eye. And that's what a true teacher, you know, when those moments happen. Being a former music teacher, I can relate. So Sue, I just want to say thank you for everything you've done for our students, and hopefully we'll be able to see what those students go on and do in the future. So we really appreciate it. Thanks. Now this next one, I'm still calling at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm just telling you that right now. I don't know who to call at 5 a.m. Ghostbusters just may not be the right call to make. But Russ Senning, if you would please come forward. He has 39 years of service in the Kenton City Schools. And I think any one of these board members up here would tell you when they interviewed me, and I don't know if I scared them or not, but I think one of my biggest fears about being a superintendent was transportation, only because I depended so heavily on transportation as a band director to get from point A to point B, and I respected that, but the thought that I was going to have to make a decision about whether or not a bus could go to school scared me to death. And they told me that there was this wonderful man out by Hardin Central, and he had all the knowledge in the world, and all I had to do was depend on him. And I tell you what, those 5:15 morning phone calls are the best phone calls in the world, because I can call him and say, Russ, what do you think? And he'll tell me the truth every single time. And he's just an amazing man. Nothing gets Russ excited. He's calm, he's collective, he's cool, and I love that about Russ. Now, he's probably excited when I hang up the phone after I called. But with me, I've always appreciated that, and I have learned so much from him. Like I said, I didn't know a lot about transportation, and he's taught me so much, and I just hope that I'm able to take a little bit of that knowledge and move forward. And I know he's going to sub-drive for us, and so that we'll be able to see him, because he told me. Just saying publicly. Because I still have a cell phone number unless he gets it changed. But Russ, thank you so much for everything you've done for us and for this district. We really appreciate it. You got those kids to school safely every day. So I just want to say thank you. Appreciate it. I'm going to give you a hug. I'm not a hugger. If you know that, I'm not a hugger, but he's getting a hug. So. Thanks, Russ.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You have Corey on the-
That's all right.
Thank you. Thanks, Russ.
it also was Russ that gave me the advice when I first got here to think about riding some bus routes. And I'll tell you, riding a band bus is one thing, but getting on a school bus route is very scary, very, very scary. And I had not done that in a long time. And so the next candidate was the first bus route I got on. And I got to tell you, it was one of the best experiences and one of the best things that I ever did, and I had no regrets whatsoever. So Mary Lou Haley, if you'd please come up. She has 30 years of service with the Kenton City Schools. And I will say, again, what I love about Mary Lou is her enthusiasm, so her smile and the kids, the relationships when the kids get on the bus, the good morning, the have a great night. I mean, there's something about when a kid is standing at a bus stop and they have to get on the bus to come to school, and just having that interaction in the morning where someone's looking at you and smiling and saying, good morning, and this lady will do that. Or when you're going home at night and she'll say, have a great evening, she's the lady that does that. And it was amazing. And to ride her route and to start, when you're new to Kenton and you're riding the bus route for the first time and she's telling you different things and talking to you about different aspects of the routes and different pros and cons of how the system works. And it was just an amazing route. And I was always thankful that I got to ride a route, but I only got to ride it once. But it was still the best trip, so I do appreciate that. So thank you for everything that you've done for us, and we will be missed. Hopefully you'll sub for us too. Nope. I don't have her stuff though, Russ, though. Well, thank you, we appreciate it. And last but definitely not least was Barb Baum. Come on up. I think the best conversation I had was just real recent when Laura and Barb and I think Laura was there in the office, and we were trying to just talk about different responsibilities in the cafeteria and how things would work. And she kept saying, I'm going to retire. I'm going to retire. But she said it with enthusiasm, and she still said, I love the kids. I love serving lunch. I love everything I do, but I'm going to retire. But to find someone that cares so much and is so passionate, and even talking with Laura on the side about how much you care and how much you care that the kids get the lunch and that they get the right amounts and that they're getting a high quality lunch every day. And that is so important because for a lot of our students, they depend on you. And that's the only lunch and breakfast that they get, is the one that they get from you. And so you fed our students, and they will forever be grateful, and you'll be greatly missed. And I just wanted you to know that. So even though you want to retire, we still appreciate it. And you did tell me that you would sub. Yes. So that was set. You will be on the list next year. So on behalf of Kenton City Schools, I just want to thank you so much. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you don't have anything. Thanks a lot to each of you.
Yes, thank you very much.
We really appreciate your service over the years. So.
Have a good night.
And I love music.
No, you too.
Just
All right, we'll go to board committee reports. Finance committee.
Out of the Finance Committee, we're going to hear about the 5-year forecast, which was the thing that we covered. So really, there's nothing more to talk about at this time.
Facilities.
I don't think we had much going.
We haven't met per se since last meeting, but there has been a lot going on, as you're aware of, as we go through the agenda tonight. So.
Extracurricular.
I really don't have anything this month, so.
Okay.
Winding down.
Yes.
Just winding down.
Career Center. Winding
Same
down.
thing, just winding down. We got work session this Wednesday and then convocation meeting next Wednesday, and then school will be over for them too.
Policy committee.
Policy, we did not meet, but we were given all the policies and we all reviewed them and got back through email is how we did that. And if you look through the agenda, you'll see that you have an nauseating amount of policy things to do.
And a lot of it is just continual. There's not a whole lot we can do to change, so.
We reviewed the handbooks in
Yeah,
there, and
exactly.
so those are the main things other than the policies.
We always count on the policy committee to be nauseating.
Yeah, well,
Well, glad we could hold up.
Any old business? None on the agenda. Move to new business. So approve the written resignation of Philip Jennings, bus driver, effective May 30th, 2014. Motion, please.
McCullough?
Second. Any discussion? If not, proceed to vote.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
no. No, I want to see Abe stay.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Approve motion carries out. Approve Kirk Cameron, middle school principal, for a 2-year contract beginning with the 2014-15 school year, 228 days at a rate of $80,000 per year. Motion to accept.
Brim?
Brim first, Blue second.
It's fine.
Any discussion? Vote, please.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes. Approve Angela Murphy, associate principal, for a 2-year contract beginning with the 2014-15 school year, 210 days at a rate of $64,500 per year. Motion?
Blue.
Householder?
Blue and Householder, any discussion? Vote, please.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Approve Adrian Smythe, assistant middle school principal, for a 2-year contract beginning with the 2014-15 school year, 210 days at a rate of $64,500 per year.
McCullough? Brim second.
Did you get that?
Which one?
Take it as.
McCullough moved and
Tom.
Okay.
Brim second. Any discussion? If not, we'll have a vote.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Approve Andrea King, school psychologist, for a 2-year contract beginning with the 2014-15 school year, 208 days at a rate of $76,000 per year. Motion to accept.
Householder?
Second.
Brim?
A discussion? Vote, please.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Approve the employment of the following teacher contracts for the 2014-15 school year on limited 1-year contracts. Am I reading these? Allison Bain Camere, Ashley Chapman, Tiffany Crum, Teresa Harris, Amy Jeffers, Carol McKinley, Mackenzie Rulin, Zach Turner, Travis Weissman, Mackenzie Blair, Tommy Cheney, Todd D'Aquino, Chelsea Hoseley,
Helsley.
Boy, somebody misspelled their name. Amy Lenhart, Amy Mikesell, Susan Siebold, Brittany Wank, Carly Borders, Lauren Clark, Megan Harmon, Courtney Hollister, Claire McCann, Tracy Oriens, Amanda Sprang, Amanda Wiley. Limited 2-year contracts, we have Kathy Abbott, Norman Hoppy, Jared Mans, Sherry Smith, Patty Cribley, Angela Kimmel, Catherine Park, Alicia Fetter, Alyssa Locke, and Andrea Schneider. Motion to accept.
Blue.
Second, please.
No.
Any discussion? Vote, please.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Approve the following transfer for the 2014-15 school year. Ed Bear from first shift custodian at Kenton Elementary School to second shift custodian at Kenton Elementary with a probationary period of 15 days starting September 8th, 2014 through September 26th, 2014. Motion to accept, please.
Brim? Householder?
Also, discussion? Vote, please.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes. Approve the following transfer for the 2014-15 school year. Robert Ashbrook from second shift custodian at Kenton High School to first shift custodian at Kenton Elementary with a probationary period of 15 days starting September 29th, 2014 through October 17th. Motion, please.
Brim?
Second.
McCullough?
Discussion?
Just so you know, I'm moving everyone so that I can have everyone in place when that new building opens. So that's why you're seeing all this movement now. We went ahead and posted the positions, and they're trying to get everyone in place in August for the trainings. And so when school opens, they're able to start in their new positions. But it affects when their probationary periods start. But that's why the dates are a little different like they are, because they have to have a 15-day period. Does that make sense? We just want everyone in place.
Vote, please.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Approve the following transfer for the 2014-15 school year. Denny Sprang from second shift custodian at the Kenton Middle School to second shift custodian at Kenton High School with a probationary period of 15 days starting October 20th, 2014 through November 7th, 2014. Motion.
Householder?
Second.
McCullough?
McCullough. Discussion? Vote.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Approve the following people for 2014 transportation summer help contingent upon required paperwork. Laura Comstock, Gary Donahue, A. Boats, Jeff McQuown, and Ryan Morgan. Motion to accept.
Blue.
Blue, second.
Brim?
Discussion? Vote, please.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Approve the following people for the 2014 cafeteria summer help contingent upon required paperwork. Dee Kinnear, Karen Seiler, Donna Martin, Kelly Reese, and Tammy Legg. Motion?
Brim? Householder?
Any discussion? Vote, please.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Yes, you did.
Approve the following people for the 2014 custodial summer help contingent upon required paperwork. Bo Hoppy, Mike Lawrence, Paul Ashbrook, Vicki Warmbrode, Anthony Rhodes, Bernadette Ashbrook, Maria Maud, and Graham Reese. Motion to accept.
McCullough?
Second.
Brim?
Discussion? Vote, please.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes. Approve the following substitutes contingent upon certification and training, BCI, FBI check for 2014-15 school year. Maggie Kirk, substitute cafeteria and secretary, Dan Preston, substitute bus driver, and Ricky Sharp, substitute teacher.
Householder?
Blue.
Second. Blue. Discussion? Vote, please.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Accept the written resignation of Hannah Weingardner, fifth grade science teacher at Kenton Elementary School, effective effective May 14th, 2014. Motion to accept.
Householder?
Second. McCullough. Discussion? We just voted her in last month. It's
May
at the
5th.
special meeting, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess she got a better offer.
Well, actually, her specialty was in pre-K 3, and she was offered I think it was a first or second grade position at Bath, which is what she really wanted. And she was hoping for a lower opening in our school, so she took the position there.
So, personal choice. Vote, please.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Approve the following employee supplemental contracts for the 2014-15 school year contingent upon paperwork, such and such. It's technical term. We have.
Very technical. Such and
Such and such. Chuck Downing, high school assistant football, step 3, 7 years experience, $4,834. Chuck Moore, high school assistant football, step 3, 7 years experience, $4,834. Jason Jones, high school assistant football, step 3, 7+ years experience, $4,834. Matt Dudek, high school assistant football, step 3, 7+ years experience, $4,834. Zach Turner, freshman assistant football, step 0, 0 years experience, $2,517. Brad Blue, golf coach, step 3, 7 years experience, $3,411. Jamie Bartlett, high school head boys soccer coach, step 3, 7+ years experience, $4,834. Jared Mans, high school cross country coach, step 3, 7+ years experience, $3,411.
Householder.
Second.
Brim?
Any discussion?
Other than they have more than just 7 years of experience, but I think our scale only goes to 7.
Yeah, 7 or more, I should probably have said.
7+.
7+. Any other discussion? If not, we'll have a vote, please.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Abstain.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Approve the following non-employee supplemental contracts for the 2014-15 school year contingent upon required paperwork and et cetera. Bill Lawrence, freshman head football coach, step 0, 0 years experience, $3,543. Sean Houston, 8th grade head football coach, step 1, 2 years experience at $2,219. CJ Sharp, 8th grade assistant football coach, step 0, 1 year experience at $1,556. Jordan Martin, high school assistant boys soccer coach, step 0, 0 years experience, $2,517. Motion, please.
Blue.
Householder.
Discussion. Vote, please.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Approve the following volunteers for the 2014-15 school year contingent upon required paperwork. Tony Osmond, high school football, DJ Burris, and Doug Carmine, all for high school football. Motion, please.
Brim?
Second.
McCullough.
Discussion? We always enjoy our volunteers.
We do enjoy volunteers.
Vote, please.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes. Approve the following trips for the Kenton High School football summer activities. June 16th at University of Toledo. June 21st, the OHSFCA 7-on-7 at Dublin Kaufman, Dublin, Ohio. June 22nd at Bowling Green. June 27th at Saginaw Valley State in Saginaw, Michigan. July 17th through 19th is the National Select 7-on-7 in Hoover, Alabama. And July 23rd in Ashland University in Ashland, Ohio. Motion to accept.
Brim?
Second.
Householder.
Discussion?
Is there a limit to how many of these you can do in the summer? That's a lot.
Do you know anything about it? I mean, it seems like a lot, but.
We get 10 coaching days. So, there's 7 there, plus we get a camp day. There's like 7, or 10 coaching days.
There's 10 days in the summer that the coaches can interact instruction with the students. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Is this typical of your schedule? Is that what you've done? So, pretty typical. All right, any other questions? Or vote, please.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Approve the 2014-15 8th grade trip to Washington, D.C. for May 12th through 16th, 2015. Motion to accept.
Blue.
Second?
Brim?
Brim. Any discussion? Vote, please.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Approve the following exchange students for the 2014-15 school year. Sophia Bassi from Italy, Alessandro Strada from Italy, and Do Hyun Kim. When they come, they can straighten me out. She's from South Korea. Maybe he. Do you know? I don't know. Do you know? Male,
I have
female?
no idea.
Motion to accept.
Householder.
Blue.
Blue, second. Any discussion?
I think it is a great program, and we could tell by tonight with these 4 ladies, it is a wonderful program for our students.
Totally agree.
Vote please.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Approve the tentative list of graduates for the 2013-14 school year. These guys say I can't read them. You have to come Saturday night.
Saturday.
You can, but,
I won't argue. Motion to accept.
Brim?
Second.
McCullough.
McCullough. Any discussion? Vote please.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Approve the renewal of the voluntary student accident insurance with Guaranteed Trust Life Insurance Company offered by Griffin Insurance. Motion to accept.
McCullough.
Second.
Householder?
Any discussion? Vote please.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes. Approve the fiscal year 2014 five-year forecast. Motion to accept.
Brim?
Second.
Householder?
You're on.
I don't know. All right.
Discussion.
I guess I want to touch base on some of the things that we had talked about last month as far as the new state funding. So the very next slide goes into where we are and where we might head in the future. The state funding formula actually affects two lines. On the forecast, it's 1.035 and 1.040 because some of it is restricted and some of it is unrestricted. But with the new state funding formula this year, Kenton received a 6.25% increase in our state funding. This next year, we are to receive a 10.5% increase. And that's as far as we know what's going to happen in the future. This year, if we had received all the money based on the new funding formula, the number, the very first line, those two numbers together, should have been 11,228,000 if we had gotten the full amount that we should get under the new formula. But we were capped at the 6.25% increase. In 2015, that cap amount would have been 11,355,000. So you can see that we're still significantly below that cap amount. We have no idea what they're going to do going forward. I did a 3% increase since we are still below the cap. I mean, hopefully we get more, but at this point we won't know until next May, June, where that's going.
Well, possibly not until, right.
End of
for the
June.
Budget.
Yes, when they do the new state budget.
Could you explain where the cap is, where that comes from, or
That was just what the state
that's
did.
been in place for a number of
No,
years?
that was just a new.
Okay, that's new.
This was all new. There are like 150 to 200 districts that are on a guarantee, which means they won't lose. They'll only lose like, I think, 2%. There are then these districts that are actually on the formula, and then there are many districts that are on the cap. And I think the only two in the county that are on the cap are us and Ada. And so we're the only ones that will actually go up in revenue based on the cap. You could still have changes based on your enrollment if you're in the middle, but I think most of the other districts might actually be on the guarantee.
And the cap was because it was a limitation in their funding.
How much funding there was for the
That's-
state. That's where the cap
Okay.
came in.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So then the next number I wanted to talk about was line 1.05. Next one down, yeah, sorry.
Oh, on the next slide, yep. there you
Yeah.
go. Oh, all right.
In this number is what we call rollback and homestead, which comes from our real estate taxes. And then also this has the amount that we get for the phase out of the tangible personal property tax. The state is still giving us a reimbursement of like $721,000. And I've built that in for the next 2 years, but there has been a lot of talk that there are a lot of people out there that want that to go away, that the districts that are getting the reimbursement won't get that. But I don't know how much influence they have, if that's really going to happen, but we took it out of the forecast just to be on the safe side to see what would happen if that were gone. And then the next thing is the income tax. The voters graciously approved a 0.5% income tax back in 2010. That began collection in January of 2011, and that runs through December of 2015. With the money that we are now anticipating getting from the state, the board is intending not to put that back on the ballot, to not renew that 0.5% income tax. And if you look at the forecast, those of you that have copies, we can conceivably do it. So,
Well, and it's the people of the school district came together when the school was in financial need and helped the school get through that trouble. And I think we as a board committed that if it was possible to not run that levy again, we wouldn't do it. And you know, the administration in this district has done a very good job of being able to allow that to occur. And so as a school board member and as a taxpayer in the district, I appreciate everything the administration has done to make sure that that doesn't happen.
The one thing we started to do was we started to look at ways to increase income, which Jennifer and her group was wonderful in working those scenarios. And then we've held the line on most other spending and trying to keep that in line, so.
right, some of the things that you have done is, put in place some shared service. I mean, that's helping the district.
Every time we can get extra money, it helps the district, and it's been a wonderful scenario since Jennifer's got here. With this board, the previous board, I mean, we've made great strides in keeping that budget in line and keeping it under budget enough that we can walk away from that money. So, again, we don't know what the state's going to bring in a year or two.
Right.
I mean, we know this next year what they're promising, but after that, it's an unknown again, and so it's not like that we couldn't run into trouble, but the cash balance has grown, and so we have a projection that looks like a couple, 3 or 4 years out, we look pretty good yet, so that's all you can ask for on one of these budgets.
Right. And on the expense side, the only kind of maybe like a rollback that I did was in the year 2017. We won't see hopefully as much of an increase on our salaries because we should have some people retiring this next year.
Right.
We will, because of the June ending school date, I'm not anticipating paying out their severance until the following fiscal year. So we won't really actually see any of the savings from that till 2017.
Yeah, it takes a year to catch it up.
Yeah.
Well, and it's the rules, it's the retirement
Yes.
rules.
It's either
that
go
are-
now or,
that are kicking in for that group of people. And so it's, we're going to miss them. Some are going to go. It's just like the group that's going tonight. Financially, it's better for them to go. So, but I didn't mean to interrupt your
that's all right.
spiel.
That was it.
All right, okay.
Okay, are there any other comments about the forecast or questions for Tracy before we vote? I think the decision, it's been the decision about the extra 0.5% and putting that on the ballot or not was it took a lot of consideration, and I appreciate all the information you've brought forward. And some people say we're crazy for not putting it in just as insurance or cushion, but I think our commitment is to do what we need to do, but not do anything to excess. And I think this is an opportunity to show that to the community. All right, we'll go ahead and vote then.
It's how government should work.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Household?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Okay, approve to adopt, or revise, replace, delete the following Board of Education policies and bylaws. What's that?
Mr. Blues.
Oh, motion to accept, yes. Sorry.
Householder.
No sense reading all this.
No.
Okay. You preempted my reading is what you did, didn't you?
These are policies put out by the state, and we're just adopting them. We don't have any say in them.
Right. We have to adopt it to stay in line with.
Yes, they're just
policy.
flowed down to us, so.
Okay. Vote, please.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
And also want to approve to adopt, revise, replace, and delete the following Board of Education guidelines.
So it's
Russ?
Okay.
householder. That's it. We got the same thing going.
Yeah.
All right, vote, please.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
And approve to do the same thing with the following Board of Education forms.
Householder.
Brim?
Vote, please.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Approve the resolution authorizing continued membership in the Ohio High School Athletic Association for the 2014-15 school year. There's also, additional wording, but that's the basis of it.
Yep.
McCullough, second, please. Was there a second?
Householder.
All right, thank you. Any discussion on that? Vote, please.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes. Approve the assistive technology contract with the West Central Ohio Assistive Technical Center, Auglaize County ESC for the 2014-15 school year. Motion, please.
Brim?
Householder, second.
Any discussion? Not, vote.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Approve the Kenton High School Student Handbook for the 2014-15 school year. Motion, please.
Brim?
Second?
Blue.
Blue, second.
We have Mr. Blue.
Any discussion? Vote, please.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Approve the Kenton Middle School Student Handbook for the 2014-15 school year. Motion?
Householder.
Second?
McCullough?
Discussion? Vote, please.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Approve the Kenton Online Academy Classroom Student Handbook for the 2014-15 school year. Motion to accept.
Brim?
Second, please.
McCullough?
Discussion? Vote, please.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Brim?
Yes.
Mr. Householder?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Approve the following resolution awarding contract for the Morningside Drive extension at the new elementary school site. Just, I guess, highlights our construction managers at the project. We worked through them and Choice One Engineering, which is the engineering firm the city uses. And we approved the contract to VTF Excavating LLC. Their bid amount was $773,699.14. That included alternate 1 and 2, which were $108,580.64 and $12,767.33. Motion to accept.
Brim?
Second, please.
Blue.
Any discussion?
I would just like to personally thank Mr. Brim for all the legwork that he's put into this project. I mean, we've needed it for a long time. We've talked about it for a long time. That if he hadn't been pushing it along, it might have taken a lot longer to get this accomplished. So thank you, Mr. Brim.
It looked like we needed it, didn't it? There's no doubt. We'll talk about that other one now or not?
One at a time. Yeah, and I think we're very fortunate, our bids both to the school and then to this additional project for the school came in well under the estimates and within our budget, so that's been a very positive thing in this whole project so far, so. And I think we're getting close to being done.
And I heard good things about the people who bid it too.
Oh, good.
Some other people, so.
Good.
Still need a motion. Need a motion.
We have the motion.
We have a motion.
We
We
have
need a
a
vote.
motion. Time for a vote.
Mr. Blue,
Yes.
Mr. Brim,
Yes.
Mr. Householder,
Yes.
Mr. McCullough,
Yes.
Mr. Watkins.
Yes.
And God willing, with the weather, it'll be open when school opens.
Yeah. We have an addendum, approved Tyson Porter, high school social studies teacher for a limited one-year contract for the 2014-15 school year. It's a master, step 0, 0 years experience at a rate of $37,847, contingent upon proper certification, training, BCI, FBI check, etc. Motion to accept.
McCollum?
Second, please.
Householder.
Any discussion? Vote.
Mr. Brim,
Yes.
Mr. Householder,
Yes.
Mr. McCullough,
Yes.
Mr. Watkins.
Yes.
Mr. Blue.
Yes.
Approve the following employee supplemental contract for the 2014-15 school year, contingent upon required paperwork, etc. Same person, Tyson Porter, high school girls soccer coach, step 0, 0 years experience at a rate of $3,543. Motion to accept.
Brim?
Second.
McCollum?
Any discussion? Vote, please.
Mr. Householder,
Yes.
Mr. McCullough,
Yes.
Mr. Watkins.
Yes.
Mr. Blue,
Yes.
Mr. Brim.
Yes.
Now's your chance.
Did you have anything else you
Thomas.
would like to bring before the board?
Should have probably brought it up in new business, but it fits better after we talk about that other one.
Right.
In addition to schools building roads, somebody brought up an opportunity for us to look at another piece. And that would be the property owner, Mike Osborne, who owns the ground between Patterson Avenue. It would be the end of Maydall Drive, extending north directly to the front part of the.
Ryan, can you bring up Google and throw that up where Maydall ends right there at Pattison? And then the people on, you'll have to put it into satellite view or whatever, but.
So. Can we discuss numbers here tonight, Tom, or you just want to?
What he presented, a similar scenario to Taylor, that we buy that piece of ground from him and then build a road between there with sidewalk. The sidewalk part would be what we would like to have today, but the cost of that road, I haven't seen real projections yet, but I'm guessing.
Right, and so right off the north end of that Maydall Drive, and so, yeah, pull that down. And so our school building comes there off of Silver. You can see Silver Street coming in.
It couldn't come straight, it has to angle slightly because there's another property owner here, but you might be able to curve the corner and then bring it straight up. And if you went straight north with it, it would run right into the front door of the new building. And he's hoping we would build a road so he can build houses back in here without having to buy a road, so. The property owner wins, as what happened in the last situation.
Right, there's the shot you're looking for, Tom.
The question is are we, and we don't know if we have money left in this project to do it or not, so.
Right there, yep, right there, yep, right here, and then straight north.
Is that it?
Yep, that's it, right there.
Yeah,
Yep.
it would come and extend right to the front door, basically, of the new building. It's a perfect place for a sidewalk. It's probably a good place for a street. The question is whether there's money in the project and whether the people of this community think we ought to spend that money to build that road. The other one was critical.
Yeah.
This one's handy. So we're just putting it out there, and we'd like to get some feedback on that, basically, I think.
Right.
Yeah, that would be the best thing, if the community can let us know if that would be beneficial. Because we don't really know. I mean, maybe,
It's on the edge. I mean,
yeah, maybe we need it and maybe we don't.
the last one was probably on the edge, but if we didn't do it, nobody was gonna do it. And the same thing may happen here, and maybe it's not. Maybe he'll build it anyhow if he builds the houses, but he's projecting maybe 10 houses back in there. That costs, if it's a couple $100,000 to build a road, it's $20,000 a lot, so it may not happen without some other assistance.
Right.
It's just out there.
Right, and houses mean tax revenue for the school. So, you know, maybe we do it and we help ourselves in the long run. But if the houses don't go in, then we did it for nothing.
It's not a terrible option. It's just an option. Plus, it's kids.
Well, the biggest thing is, you know, at the least, somewhere where we have to put that sidewalk down through there for the safe routes, and Jen's been working on that. Are there any other thoughts to that, Jen?
Just the multi-purpose path
Yeah.
would be the only thing that we would apply for
Yeah.
to go down through there, which would be the bike and pedestrian path. Because that will go straight to our entrance.
Yeah, but you'd have to be at the high school to start that, you know, whereas
It comes off of there, off of Harding there. It would be further.
All the kids from this area were going directly to that route, you know, to that, instead of having to come down here to the high school, you gotta clear up this way. I mean, it would be a lot further for them to get.
No, I'm saying if at Maydall you put a multi-purpose path instead of a road.
The only problem is, the city won't let them build houses with multi-purpose path.
Right, but I'm saying that that would be the other thing that you could do. I mean, if you're talking about safe routes to school, that's what I'm talking about. If you're talking about a safe routes to school project, it would be a multi-purpose path, is what I would do. That's what I would write for if we were going to write a safe routes to school grant there. I would write for a bike pedestrian path. I'd write for the large path, like what we were doing
On the
behind
other side, yeah.
behind Stones.
But without ownership of that little strip of land, we wouldn't even be able to look at that. So
Right.
it's something we really need to
The other
consider.
part though, with multi-purpose paths, we would have to maintain it. If it was deeded to us, the city wouldn't accept it as a road, so we would have to maintain that too. Whereas if it was a road, we'd walk away from it.
Right, it would become the city's responsibility.
But it's another discussion, it's another piece, it's out there, and I don't think we're not ready to look at it, we're just talking about it, so.
Right.
Okay. There will be a special Board of Education meeting for hiring on Wednesday, June 4th, 2014, at 8 a.m. here at the board office. And the next regular Board of Education meeting will be held on June 16th, 2014, at 7 p.m. here at the board office. And I declare us adjourned. That'd take long.
The question was if we wrote for safe.
All right. Well, we skipped a lot.
That's the only thing I